Hi guys, Samuel Leeds here. I'm with my brother and business partner Russell, and we are standing outside our castle. How does it feel for us to own all this land and own this castle?
It's pretty amazing, really. Every time I see it, I'm just like, wow, I'm taking it all in. So.
We don't come very often though, do we? So it's probably been a good, 2-3 months since we last saw it. Every time we come, there's always things going on, there's always massive progressions, but of course with a building like this size, it's a slow process. There's a lot of things to have to do. Last time we came, we'd got all the conservation officers out here. They'd agreed on the fact that we could run it how we wanted to run it. They'd agreed on most of the works. So we can see there's a lot going on. We've now got scaffolding literally all the way around the castle. We've had a lot of the trees chopped down that were outside the windows, which have now gone because they were blocking the light from inside the castle. What I'm really hoping to see, last time I was here, our project manager Chris, he said that we'd be able to get in every room, which is great because normally it's like there's a lot of the rooms are...
Well, even on the survey, on the plans and everything we've got, there's some bits that are just like out of action. It's like
no one knows. You know, no one knows because no one's been in those rooms for decades and decades because it's completely unsafe. But now all the floors have been put in so workmen can get around.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping to be able to just get to the top of the castle,
have a good look round,
and have a good proper look round. It be safe. You know?
I want to get a really good idea of how it's being configured. I think that's going to be
working out. What we need to do now as well, the purpose of this meeting is now it's safe and we can actually get around the building. We need to work out what room's going to be what's the breakup going to be, how many bedrooms are going to be in each apartment, where we're going to put the en-suites. Although it's going to be quite a long time, probably the end of this year, before the interior actually starts to...
It would be nice to be able to feel it and so you can go, okay, that's going to be like this, that'll be like this, and we can start visualising it and maybe...
And I tell you what as well, like this is going to plan. Like normally when you take on big projects, there's always things that go wrong, but so far this is going really quite smoothly.
Yeah.
So fingers crossed that will continue to be the case. You have to expect problems when you're dealing with properties this big. So we've had no big problems yet. No. And you know, everything seems to be going well, but I'm learning a lot. Are you learning a lot?
Alright, should we go have a look?
Let's go have a look around there. This looks a lot clearer.
This bed was all just tall trees and bushes and stuff like that. Yeah, Japanese knotweed.
Yeah.
The black pipe that comes up, that was the water main that's been leaking for years, which is why there was lots of water coming. When I did my survey, there was lots of water coming out of the store. You couldn't actually get to it because the trees were rubbish.
Yeah. It's the first time that I've been able to get right up to the very top of the castle, and absolutely glorious, great views. Really, really good to be able to see it from a totally different perspective. Fantastic. So the outside of the castle has finally been kind of sorted. We know exactly what we're doing. The work's all being carried out and done now. Now what we're doing is we're trying to work out what's actually going to happen on the inside, and we're just working out exactly how we're going to divide the apartments, what we're going to use as a bedroom, what we're going to use as sitting rooms, where the kitchen's going to be, all that kind of stuff. So you can spend months talking about this, but I think we just need to come up with decisions and start making it happen. Okay, so what I'm thinking is if we have this as a walk-in wardrobe,
yeah, I agree,
to the master bedroom. That bedroom's massive, well, or at least it's big. But if we make it absolutely ridiculous, so it's a massive bedroom, but then you've got a big walk-in wardrobe, all this will be opened up light. So in the morning, they'll come into their wardrobe, there'll be a massive beautiful view with real light, split it off like here, and then have this as a humongous, what?
Ensuite.
Ensuite. Beautiful big bath. Yeah. So, and that way, because the thing is, some of these apartments are going to be selling for like $500,000. I think this apartment will sell for $500,000. If I'm spending $500,000 on an apartment, I'd rather than a 3-bed. I don't care about having a 3-bed. I'd rather have 2 bedrooms, a humongous lounge area, which is kitchen, dining, massive, glorious, humongous bedroom with a walk-in wardrobe, a really nice big bath ensuite, and then for my guests have a little bathroom, a little bedroom.
I agree, because the thing is, what's the beauty about doing something like this is it would feel like you are like
You're a king!
Yeah,
you're a king! You know who will live here? Who will spend $500,000 on an apartment like this, I'll tell you? Well, you know. Someone like me. Someone who wants to feel like a king in a castle, but they don't want to maintain the garden, have all the hassle and inconveniences. So they've got an apartment, but they feel like a king.
But their rooms need to be absolutely bang. That way, the drive is bang on, the look is bang on.
Imagine going home and rocking up to a castle, walking in, ground floor, massive, humongous, without all the hassle. Like, it's going to be people, maybe business people, professionals that might be semi-retired, they've got money. You know, not necessarily, not big families.
No.
This is going to be wealthy couples that want to live a high life.
Yeah, I love it, mate. Love it.
Awesome. Who smashed it?
Kids.
Oh.
There's one that one and that one. Each one of those is £500 to repair.
How can we stop that happening again? That was really annoying, isn't it?
Well, we're going to put cameras around. So I've got a quote from a security company that'll put 18 lithium battery cameras, so you know we don't need a power supply, and those will remotely. The main control will be over in Simon's house, and then out to a security company.
You still walking through this door?
No. So that door,
The front door is there, is here.
the door's at the end. That's there.
Yeah.
So have that, and then this has a premium access out to the terrace.
Ah, premium access! I love
And
it.
then you've got your archway here leading through.
Yeah.
Bedroom, ensuite, bedroom.
Nice. Is the building look like safer now than it was?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Why? How is it safer?
So you can see where the holes were. We boarded over most of it.
Yeah.
There's only one area there's still a hole in it because it's extended dry rot, and we need listed building consent to deal with the ceiling underneath. We can't be stripping that ceiling down.
Yeah.
So at the moment it's been boarded over so you can't walk into it, but
Sure.
you can see from the stairway. I'll show you that room now.
Yeah.
And everybody that comes here gets inducted as to where the danger areas are. And then you know it's safe enough for contractors to be here. It's not safe for general public to wander around.
When will the contractors be here?
Well, we're doing it in packages, so contractors are popping in and out doing quotes and surveys and things. So they're the people we need to maintain safety of.
So we're on the top floor at the moment. We could never previously get onto this floor because it was absolutely dangerous as heck. So now it's safe. This is still the top floor, still needs doing the most work by a long way. We've even got birds and stuff, as you can see. Whoa! In here, oh my goodness. So it's still a little bit creepy, but at least we can walk around it now and see it.
It's safe here, so you can see that as the damage. And it's coming from the valley.
Yeah.
So it's safe on this side, but that's props, this floor. But this is the area that is marked off for safety. This is just awkward to try and get room off the staircase.
The problem with this is what Joe and Jane, when we were looking at this, they were like, you can't have a bedroom off a bedroom. No. So I was like, well, can't you have this as your sitting room? Right. Because then you can have a bedroom off the sitting room.
Yeah.
We've also got there's lots of space behind this.
Yeah.
Basically got the same again.
It is, yeah. That's just got old water tanks in there.
Can you knock this down?
Oh, that's it.
Yeah. That'll all come out.
What, so this is a nice...
Tanks.
So you think this will be a nice big bedroom in here once this is down?
Yeah.
Well, what's the problem then?
That's how you get to this.
Yeah.
Because you've got... Before you think of this as a lounge, what would we use the one downstairs for?
Did you have downstairs as your kitchen? That's a shame for that massive room. Kitchen diner? Kitchen diner downstairs.
Yeah, that's the long staircase.
So that's flat 6. Is that downstairs or this floor?
Downstairs.
Downstairs.
Flat 6 goes up, and then this was all flat 6 as well, but you could split it, I
Could you
guess.
put flat 6 into 2?
Yeah.
Is that big enough for one apartment?
It's how you get to this bit then. How do you get up these stairs? Lounge, and the 2 bedrooms off that way. So you go past your kitchen and bathroom.
I'm losing my bearings at the moment altogether.
Yeah, because that's where we were.
Don't know what's going on. How do you access the tower?
The other side.
We're going over there.
We're on the right hand side of the building now.
Yeah.
The towers are on the left hand side.
Because that's cool that you can access the tower. It's quite a good selling point. Would you be able to get planning permission for a swimming pool on any of the grounds here?
Well, you would. You need planning and building regulations approval.
Planning and building. You can look at that though, couldn't we? Potentially, it would add a lot of value, don't you think, much? What do you think, Adrian?
Where would you have the swimming pool?
I'm sure there's space on the. How many acres have we got?
You can have
8.5. Go on, what are you saying?
You can have it in the rear garden.
Outdoor pool. Nice. The worst room in the entire house is that room just there.
Yeah. Well, that'd have to disappear. That'll just go back to a cupboard. Roof.
Yeah, it doesn't deserve to be anything more than a cupboard, this room.
That's a kitchen. It actually was a kitchen.
Can I just stress how awesome Ireland kitchens are? I don't think he seems to be able to build a house or something. I think he does. I don't think he does. Island kitchens is just the way to go. This room is the best.
We'll get rid of that cupboard as well.
So what are we thinking? Should this be a kitchen lounge?
Yeah, definitely.
Island,
This
right?
is easier. Yeah.
Island all the way.
Massive kitchen garden. Kitchen
I just want to hear you say the words island.
Island.
Yeah! Luke, you are the king of the castle living here. Best views and also access to the tower. So what month would you predict it'll be before there's a paintbrush lifted?
Externally, probably.
No, internally.
Oh, internally. September.
Okay.
Probably,
Yeah.
I don't
And
know.
externally?
I'd guess June time. By the time we got round to it.
So maybe around about June is when we start actually. The outside of the building's kind of done, but we now need to start getting the presentation of it. And in the autumn time, it might be when we actually start doing the interior. Is that what you kind of expect?
Yeah, it's all very. So we'll be fluid at the moment.
Nice.
So don't hold me to it, but we'll do our best to get the roof and walls done. And then in terms of decoration, it depends on what the local authority says in Historic England, is what we can paint it, what we can paint it with, and then the procurement of it. So I don't know, it's not his answer. It's very much at the moment, we just have to see how it pans out with everybody involved.
Yeah.
There's too many variables to give you strict answers.
Yeah. I'm learning so much. I mean, just doing a refurb, usually, you refurb a house or whatever, you learn a lot. But refurbing a building like this, I am learning so much. I think it will be worth doing the project just for the education that I'll get from hanging around people like these builders and project managers. Fantastic, my brain is exploding. Right, so we're gonna head home now. Really happy with the progress. I think I certainly had a lot of fun, learned a lot. Next time we come, all these trees that are blocking the glorious drive up, these trees are going to be 3 foot high, so we should have a much better view when we drive in as well. So fantastic. See you next time. We'll do an update probably in about 3 or 4 months' time.